Alright. Good morning. Hey, seeing if the staff announcement told me anything important. Right, I've got the antenna up. I'm still looking for the different saves, even though I'm pretty sure the shelter counts, so I'm just gonna write that down now. Shelter is also done. Right. Still not entirely sure about the B8 in the study. Except that there's the Queen. And I assume it's something to do with her birthday. Otherwise, I'm just gonna check the staff announcements and also see if we get new emails. And then I still want to buy out the showroom. Right, get me the shelter for a free gem. And also activate this terminal. Press enter. Radiation monitor. Right, so if this is over 12, I think it unlocks all of these stuff. Right, the time lock safe. I don't need login to network. Let us see if there is new information. Electronic mail? No. Staff services. Staff announcement. Anything new? Kamala can't confirm with any certainty that he's reached room 46 yet, but from the activity he can see on the network, I'd be very surprised if he hasn't. So congratulations on it from me as well, Salmon. I too knew you could pull it off. I do wonder whether they actually ever provide, like, any relevant information. That data transfers, none unavailable. Right, so the shelter doesn't really have any new stuff regarding the safes or dates. I don't even, like, I can't really look for other dates currently because I don't know where to put them in. And without knowing where to input them, I don't know what would be relevant. So yeah, I have to find those first. But where would they be? I still suspect the bedroom. Take me to the conservatory. Ooh, a shovel. Gladly take that. Dig up here. Alright, I completely forgot. The conservatory can only be in one of the... The commissary should be commonplace. The terrace should be commonplace. I want to find this basically whenever. The corridor I think is fine if it's just standard. Right. A boiler room. I'm still trying to have the laboratory next to the freezer and furnace. So all three of those have boilers as well, or like duct power. I'm gonna activate it, but I'm not gonna run it yet. I'd like to get some kind of redraw before I do that. Turn this back off. Do not go through the other hallway door. Instead, we're just gonna go to the west wing. Sure, have it done. I wonder if I need to look at the roofs or ceilings, as I think the more correct word. Though I don't think they contain anything most of the time. Nothing in the bedroom, not even an item. I'm still suspicious of you. Bedroom closet. Have a security. Do I have? I do have a key card. So we're just gonna set up the security. for high. And then offline mode to unlocked. I don't intend to put it on offline mode, but if I need to, I can. For example, if I go through Lost and Found and lose my keycard. Right. Through here we have a laboratory. Sure. What do we get? Experiment setup. Continue. Lose 10 steps and remove a crate from the tunnel. Load of water whenever you drive to shop room. Each time you unlock a bypass security door. I'm gonna take that and remove a crate from the tunnel. I very much assume that the tunnel contains some more stuff we need to take into account then. Right, so the laboratory does not get power. Take the West Wing Hall. Take... Honestly, I can't afford the garage. Okay, workshop it is. For a lever. Doesn't really help me. A casino I can't afford. I'll take a storeroom here. I still wonder what in the breaker box the cabinet is. I don't think there's any room that is called cabinet. And I can't activate it either. So now, I'm just gonna check. I don't really have... dark room. Nah, take the archives. There still isn't anything going on here, is there? Not even with power. Right, let's see if we're lucky and draw a freezer. I completely forgot I'm sheltered. Right, draw me a furnace. I'm sheltered from its effects. Grab a key. I don't know how close I need to be to both the furnace. I'm still sheltered. I also can just go ahead and turn that on. Now it said that on one note it said that there is a safe in rank 10, which would definitely just be room 46. Never checked, is there anything else in here? Doesn't appear that way. Just weight rooms, just weight room stuff. Also, he didn't remove the weights. That's not good for the bar, I don't think. Dark room I am no longer sheltered from. Sure, give me the laundry room. Which does allow me to use the big thing. Service costs 5. I will only have one step afterwards. Costs 5 and will exchange all of your remaining stars with your allowance. And this is all of your die with all of your keys. This is gems and money. Keys and diamonds. Keys and money. Right, unfortunately, whenever I do that, I can't afford anything else afterwards. Should drink some bleach again, I guess. Not again, we should just drink... Actually, don't. They apparently trust this boy quite a lot if they just leave bleach out. Then again, it's like 1994, we don't have the Tide Pod Challenge yet, or the internet to tell us to do stupid shit. Okay, I'm gonna go up. Dark room again. sure. I'm still sheltered? Shelter protects you from the negative effects of the next 3 red rooms drafted. I was protected from this, from this, from this, and from this. I'll take a key. Or is it because we have power that they changed that? It used to be that it doesn't really matter if you have duct power in here. It would still just go down. But I will gladly take it, and I can't afford this one, unfortunately. Get me the spare parts here, Patio. Grab a gem and the car keys. Now I unfortunately no longer have power here. I will go to the left. And then we will hope to find... I'll take a sledgehammer and a sleeping mask and running shoes. The magnifying glass I don't think is that relevant. Unlock a bypass security to the freezer. No freezer. Fuck. But we can just open all of these doors. Which is a battery, so I can make myself a power hammer. The lever. I like that they added a skip option and the silver key. Alright, so I continue through the weight room, I think. Or I can just continue through the dark room. No, I'm going through the weight room. Right, give me the nursery. Just 4 more steps. And then we can go through the dark room. East Wing Hall. I do have a key card, so I can theoretically just continue from the foundation. Grab me those 2 gems. I assume, honestly, that one of the safes would be in the master bedroom. But I'm not entirely sure about that. Gymnasium should be fine. I am no longer sheltered. I do not know why it counted for 4 rooms. Alright, go continue. The gift shop does open up most opportunities. But I don't really need anything. Or can't afford anything, I think is rather actually the correct wording there. Alright, hurrahs. I can't see anything on the outside except for boat. I'm also just now gonna try and interact with basically everything. This looks a bit weird, as if they just, like, forged something in there. Alright, alright, alright. Fuck was on. There is some festival going on. around me, which includes copious amounts of beer. So there is probably at this point someone drunk outside at most times. Go to the left in a dovecote. But I don't think there's anything of relevance in here either. Except, well, the exits for the doves. And there are some letters. But these letters, I don't think are relevant to the greater puzzle. They're more like, I think, flavor. Like, if I check. I know that the dates we get is always day and month. And mostly it's month day. And I also know, because it's said somewhere, it's said on one of the correct notes I got in the... I got in a letter that the dates, the safe codes, do not include... do not include the numbers 6, 7, or 9. So this, I think that's the 1st of September, is not included. 28th of September, not included. Herbert doesn't contain a date, and then we go to the top again. So no, those dates shouldn't be relevant. To the left also gives me a break room for another keycard tomorrow. Nothing behind the counter. The fuck is this? Crossed out. What do we have? 13 and 3 is 16. But this says no, so I think it just means we don't count anything here. And it's 13. Yeah. So we have a 1 times not 4 times not 10 times not 17 plus 4 plus not 4, so it's a 1. Then we have an 18. Minus 7, that's 11. Turned around, that's also 11. And then we do not add anything, so it's 11. I'm surprised they still update these. They still have puzzles this late in. Like, at this point, I've probably done like 50 of them. Actually, more than 50. I'll take a breaker box. Cabinet. Can I not turn it on somehow? I don't need to turn you off, I have a keycard. Okay, back to the foundation and out north. The secret garden key doesn't work. Drawing room. Sounds okay. That does give me a gem back. To the east wing first, unless it's locked. Mail room. No, I'm gonna reroute this. But have a workshop. Where are my... there's my security doors. Okay, we have a coin purse. I've also completely neglected to continue writing down the... yeah, that is... A crate has been removed from the tunnel. Perfect. What do the stars say? That's access to it, a key, and 2 trunks in the entrance hall. I can use the secret garden key here, so I shall. Do I need to open room 46? I don't think so. Pebbles, a rock. A singular coin. I don't think I need to open it. East is already open. I think. The weight room, yeah. Weight room contains east, I think, so I'm just gonna open up the west one. No, the other way around. Honestly, I can just check, but I'm pretty sure that the east one is still closed. I've ordered something and I'm gonna get a, like, one-time code to confirm it. However, I didn't order to my address, I ordered to my parents' address. So I have to keep an eye on the email so I can relay that to my dad, because my mother is actually not at home. Plus one key for every bedroom, which is 1, 2, 3, I believe that's 4. I'm gonna take that. Like, how sad is this living arrangement that your only window is a chair, it just has a chair in front of it, and then a hill. So you don't even see any fucking thing. Right. This is basically 12 major keys. It's said in the dark room that all of Hartley's notes are false. So there are not 12 major keys, I don't think. And this is basically just a note telling him to go retire already, old man. But that has given me enough keys to continue. The chronograph. Probably not needed. Okay, Rumpus's room. Get me some money. Otherwise, there's nothing of interest really in here, except Alzara, but he doesn't talk to me anymore. And a lucky rabbit's paw. The vault! If only I could afford it! Oh well, bedroom closet done. I still have no clue who the fuck Rumpus is. And why he has 2 TVs. Alright, back to the drawing room actually. Lucky rabbit's foot and the coin purse. Gets me a lucky purse. Doubles all the money you find. I've also returned to adding... Well, that kind of fucking blows. Your dormitory then. Unfortunately, I only got 1 security door, which is really not good. So... Oh, orange. Right, let's go check out the tunnel. Because I also still want to see if I may need the... Like, 1 crate has been removed. Doesn't count the security door, okay. I assume there's something back there still. Gonna check it out. I'm gonna end in the break room. I don't think there's all that much more I can do today. But... that's a lot of crates. And also, if that's actually the crates we are removing, we're gonna need to remove a lot of them. Which means that if I get that as a possible experiment, I should just take it. If that is actually the tunnel we're talking about, and not the tunnel you can draft. Which, I don't think there are any crates in that tunnel. So I'm pretty sure it's that one. And... oh yeah, I can just kind of break here. Bonk. Bonk. Maybe you should have done that earlier just to see if we find a dice. For more redraws, it's just gems and money though. And more keys. What is the fastest way? Alright. I'm still surprised that I'm sheltered from 4 things. That's a bit weird. Through the foundation. What is this? I cannot call you back up, can I? Looks a bit weird. I doubt there's anything on top of it. I'm pretty sure there isn't because we've already seen it from the top. I've also returned to drinking out of a glass because I can't put ice cubes in my bottles. So if you hear some clinking, that's my reusable ice cubes. Which is basically like metal cubes with something that can be cooled in them. I don't think it's water. I don't think there's just water in there. They're always very bubbly. Alright, let's see if I can actually get to room 46 once again for it to change. I don't think I actually need to be... I'm still looking for the sigils for like 4 countries. As well as the Last Sanctum key in the vault, for which I also need vault keys. Right. To the East Wing as always. Get me an extra gem. Ooh, and a metal detector. The metal detector does increase the chance of finding keys and money. No shovel this time. What do we get here? The nursery is great. Commonplace, perfect. The clock tower I don't really need anymore. And the music room I kind of don't like, so change those around. Like, the music room is good, but normally I don't really need keys. I forgot to do the outer room. Let me just go ahead and do that. Let's see what we get. Like, the outer rooms are good enough, I feel, that they can kind of change how you want to play. Two-shed, root cellar, or hovel. I'll take a root cellar and hope I find a shovel. That thing also does count as a green room. The hovel counts as a bedroom. The two-shed is just a normal blue room, I believe. I wonder what happens if you just get all of the bedrooms in the house and then use a secret passage to get to another bedroom. Maybe that's how I get to the last shop that I haven't uncovered yet. Maybe I should try that. A workshop. Fool. That's a broken level. That is not that useful. Hallway with a locked trunk, a funeral parlor, or the lock... yeah, check the hallway. There's a coin. To the west wing. Funeral parlor, walk-in closet. I'll take a funeral parlor. Dining room? No, I'll take a bedroom. I need to draft all the shops. But I wonder why I never thought of that. Westwing Hall? Absolutely. A kennel would also be good. I will take a storeroom. The dormitory I don't really like because you need to get specifically like drafting rooms. And those I generally don't think are good enough to focus on. Especially because then you have to walk back again. Take me the dining room. I don't want to set up the laboratory yet. Courtyard, observatory. Unfortunately, it's all looking in the wrong direction. So I'll take a breaker box, turn on the garage. Turn off the gymnasium. I do have a keycard, so that's fine. Garage, perfect. That's some extra keys, and I can just chill in nature for a second. I don't think there's ever anything out there, except that was the way to unlock the gate. I can't climb up on that, I don't think. And I don't have the car keys, so just gonna continue. Bedroom hallway, right. I don't use you. You would not be worth it yet. I think I need at least 3 red rooms to make the funeral parlor worth it at this point. The gymnasium is turned off, so you are not relevant to me. Except that there's maybe a coin somewhere. Oh, or the car keys. Alright, back to the garage I go. I wish I had sprinting shoes. I'm gonna need to buy myself a kitchen. I don't think there's anything new in here. Okay, a treasure map and a compass. Ugh, it's far up. And then in the car itself, there's still just the letter about the misusing the Baron's car. Right, I just realized the dining room is not in the best position. I want to see if I get a jackhammer, if I can just dig down there. The foyer, no, I'll take another workshop. With a sledgehammer, wonderful. I can make myself a power hammer, I think, but I don't think I need to. Actually, I can't. Can I combine the metal detector with a sledgehammer? No. Sledgehammer. Yeah, I'll take the hallway. Then get me a shop. A kitchen. Perfect. Let's see what's for food today. The stuffed wild quail, so I need a trophy room. I don't really have that many red rooms, so I'll just eat bananas and sandwich. Out of nanas. Always unfortunate. Right, security does give me quite a good option for moving forward. Also allows me to add security doors. And set them to unlocked when offline. Probably will not help. Return to security, log into network. Swan song. Staff services. What's in the staff announcements today? Nothing. Okay. Do we have something new in the email? No. There's also nothing new on here, I don't think. Grab that coin. Go north. Have a boiler room. Now the boiler room is next to the security, which means we already have power going through that. Meaning if I'm lucky, I can get me a freezer there. Use a key. Laundry room, archives, break room. I'll take the archives. Being right next to the security also doesn't do anything. I will take a laboratory, which means we also can just set up an experiment. Experiment setup. Continue. Each time you draft to motor room, bypass for each room with a fireplace. Remove a crate from the tunnel. Like, that's at least one because I do intend to... alright, that's the custom pack now. I do intend to get at least a furnace. If hopefully I also get a freezer. Electronic mail. There is nothing new. And the staff announcements, I don't think, is a difference between... yeah. How do I actually get them to come back? Oh, perfect. Immediate security door. Lovely. Passageway, dark room. This one is... I don't know what it is, but it is a powered room. So let's see. Fuck. Security door, that's another crate. Powered room. That's the dark room. Which still does turn off. There's another security door. At least the security doors were kinda nice to me today. Sure, have a furnace. That's... okay, that's the southern door. Get me a key. I kinda doubt I'll need it. And at this point we're probably already too far away from the laboratory because it kind of counts in ranks. Sure, use a key. I don't know what you are, but I can't afford you anyway. Laboratory. I don't think I need to go in you. Alright, go to the boiler room. Turn you left. Which is something I generally don't do. Normally I come in from the left. Conference room. There is nothing with power, so I'm just gonna grab this. Which, unfortunately, is a bedroom closet. Oh well. I don't think I have enough steps to do anything of import today, and I don't have a break room. So I'm just gonna check out the tunnel and see how it looks comparatively to yesterday. Four gems. If only I had a freezer. Well, the freezer would be next to a furnace, so it doesn't really matter. Right, tunnel. You look kind of unchanged. So I'm not sure if it's this tunnel. I don't think there's another tunnel though. Except the one you can draft. Oh well, call it a day. Not getting a whole lot done. Right, go out, look at the tunnel. Like, running is very slightly faster. So this tunnel, unchanged. I think, is it actually called the tunnel? No, it's just the grounds. So, is there some area that is specifically called the tunnel? Like, there is a room called tunnel. But I don't know if that is the tunnel they mean. Because again, I don't think there were any crates in there. And I haven't drafted in a while because I set its rarity to rare. Or maybe it was already rare. Haven't seen it in a while. Maybe I should just pick it and see. I think I've removed like 3 or 4 crates now from the tunnel. Trading post, schoolhouse, tomb. Tomb it is. I don't need to go down. Actually, nah. Unipolis, Perpetuo, workshop. A lockpick set, okay. Could come in handy. A storeroom. Just take that immediately. Have 10 coins in the tomb. I'm gonna try and remember how many coins are down there. What are you? Ah, Swimbird. So 10 coins. Have a den. Have a utility closet for 15 coins. Turn off the gymnasium. Turn on the garage. Oh, and I should turn off the keycard entry system. Since I don't have a keycard. To the left. Yeah, I really want to dig here. Cannot turn on. Very unfortunate. Like, you can tell me what you want. This just looks suspicious. This just looks suspicious as hell. Have a Geist bedroom. For getting me some dice. Actually, some die. Which you can only pick up in groups of 2 for some reason. I don't have a sledgehammer. No, I only have a lockpick. And I cannot lockpick lockboxes. Have another workshop. Please find me a sledgehammer. Nope, that's a broken lever. I don't think I can do anything with those 2. No. Kitchen, dormitory, Perpetua. I'll take a kitchen. Don't need to eat yet. Hallway. Then, well, there's a freezer, but at this point I don't really need a redraw. To the left, please. A commissary, I'll take. Get me shovel and metal detector. And a sleeping mask. And a salt shaker. I love being able to buy out the entire commissary every single time I come in. Alright, here I can take a dead end, which... it's gotta be the trans. So now we have 20 gold down there, don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Ooh, an Anna. Eats it. Alright. To the hallway, I need a path to the left. The master bedroom. Would have loved to take that. Alright, get me some gems. The master bedroom is kind of rare. But it's also a dead end, so I didn't want to take it here because I would have just locked myself out. Gem, is there any item here? No, does not appear that way. Observatory, break room, I'll take an East Wing Hall. And then I first need to find my way back in. Spread me some more gems, which I'm immediately gonna nab. And then with the salt shaker I can actually just buy some food in the kitchen. There is always a fruit for sale in the kitchen, which is 2, 3, or 5, and that increases to 3, 4, or 6 respectively. So I think it's mostly just bananas, but that is always kind of worth it. The bacon and eggs at a morning room, and then eat the club sandwich because why not? Wood-fired pizza needs a furnace, which, to be fair, I kind of intended to get anyway. And we have a key. Lovely. A little color palette. Showroom. I cannot buy you out, but I'll take you. Like there are 8 shops. I need all of them. I currently have the commissary and the kitchen and the showroom. So I need the bookshop. I need to set up at least so that only 2 are remaining, meaning I'll have to get 1, 2, 3 more, which preferably is going to be the Mount Holly gift shop, and then the locksmith and the laundry room, because the bookshop requires me to also get a library before that. Ornate compass, emerald bracelet, silver spoon, and the moon pendant. Have me a security room, I think. Then we can set up the offline mode. View state inventory. I have missed 28 coins. Yeah, those are in the tomb. Keycard system, set security level high, and then change offline mode to unlocked. Alright. To the left I go. That kinda sucks. That also kinda sucks. Can we just, like, get a room that goes in the correct direction, please? Apparently not. Are you fucking kidding me? Anyway, that's 10 more gold, 5 more gold. I didn't even need a specific room, I just wanted one that goes to the right. Conference room. So all money now generated is just delivered to here. You know what? I'm gonna set up an experiment while I'm here. Alright. Staff services. Anything on these staff announcements? Yes. If you want to try to communicate with Simon, it is better post here or send him emails. Kimberly Thompson. Like, you can do both, I guess. Place a special order. Sledgehammer. Always a sledgehammer. Email? There is nothing new here. Log out. Right. Now I want the remote terminal access. Remote terminal access to the laboratory. Like, it is very much possible that the admins and Embabage are gonna try and contact me separately. Each time you eat an apple, whenever you drive to shop room, lower the water in the reservoir by 1 level. Unfortunately, no tunnel removal. But again, I kind of want to draft the shop rooms anyway. Have a dining room, which unfortunately is not a shop room. The metal detector, by the way, recognizes the lunchbox, but not the iron dome. I'll take a veranda, which only has a gem in it, and I guess a coin. Office, pantry, or the Western Hall. I'll take the office to spread some money. And also I can check if there are new emails. So run payroll now. Spread gold. And then log into networks, one song. No data packets. Email. Right, so there is nothing new currently. I do wonder whether the payroll contains some hints, but I don't think so. The servants' room would be the maid quarters for Bridget, and the maid quarters for Bridget and Hartley's room, so the servants' quarter. I will take the courtyard, since that is technically a green room, and it gives me a sledgehammer. Lovely. Bonk. Does it also give me something else? I don't see a shovel, at least. That's a secret garden key. I see. Yeah, there's a coin. Okay. Let's see if we can immediately just use the secret garden key. No, we cannot. Have a laboratory then. Let's see if Kimberly Thompson sent us an email. Like, it's not like I could, like, answer. Electronic email? And no. Alright. Yeah, they kind of just shut everything down in 87. I can't afford the trophy room. I can get a cloister because it's free. For the cloister, I think that's the, like... Is there nothing in here, huh? Apparently cloister's kind of always empty. Which, to be fair, does make sense. Have a boiler room. Try and get a freezer. And then try and get a furnace. So I can go straight and I can go to the right. Freezer. No freezer. That is very unfortunate. In that case, give me an observatory. That's the sail and a key. The sail, by the way, is every 50% of everything except the showroom. Like, commissary, kitchen, locksmith, and bookshop. So not the showroom. Does not fit. Have a locksmith. I'm also probably gonna need to buy me a set of keys. Which thankfully is half price. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. I need at least one more room. One more shop room. Before I use the secret passage. In this case, take me to code check. I don't think I want to check out the chronograph though. Alright, to the cloister. Passageway, wine cellar, bunk room. I'll take a bunk room. So, this should count as 2 dead ends, I believe. Not entirely sure. I do definitely take 2 keys. Mr. Hamster working hard. Otherwise, there's not really anything here, I don't think, except the game console. Okay, straight away. It is not adjoined. It is only, like, the corridor doesn't help that either, so... Right, take the closet, find a dice and a key. And then I go back to the conference room. Also, pizza. Still absolutely hate this. What a fucking animal. Alright, grab me the money we spread. Like, the tomb, I believe, is some of the most money you can make. I would have loved to have my lucky coin purse here. Alright, we go further to the right. The kennel. We do have a root cellar, don't know we have a tomb. Dog. I would love to go to the left here. I think I'll just block this off. Get lavatory out. That's another 5 gold. It is 5, right? Yeah. Then we can go ahead. I will buy a moon pendant. The silver spoon doubles food, but like the silver spoon is really good if you have the hovel. But I don't think it's that good currently here. Get me just a secret garden. And then I could just go back to the conference room and eat all the food. Wait, I have a shovel? When did I get a shovel? Oh, I bought one at the commissary, didn't I? I should maybe have thought of that. Secret passage. Ah, coupon book. That lowers the price of all buys by 1. Even including the showroom. The pool. No, rotate you. This way. So we do get to the... We do get to the foundation here. We are out of gems. I'm just gonna use the foundation real quick to go to the tomb. Brick. Throw it at a fox. A coin. Down. Alright, I have 112 steps, so we good in that regard. I'm just gonna nab the coins, and I also want to check if some of the area down there is called a tunnel. Because it specifically says the tunnel. I wish this game had an always dash option. Alright, down we go. Grab all of that money. Okay, further down. Tomb Catacombs. Shake hands with death. To open up that. I'm pretty sure I've already tried lighting up all the stuff down here. That is the abandoned mine. That goes back there. Like, these are definitely not crates. The precipice, which is also not the tunnel. The castle thing. Not the tunnel. Not the tunnel. And that's the elevator area. Which we honestly should have guardrails for. It feels like an OSHA violation. Through here. So precipice, abandoned mine, abandoned mine, abandoned mine. Let's just see how much has the reservoir lowered at this point. Quite a bit. I don't think I need to go back to... What was it? I don't think I need to go back to the secret area, the hideout. But I may want to cut this experiment after I've drained everything. Right. Do I have an experiment active? Loaded as well, yes. Okay, wait, I wanted to... Where do I want to go? Open up that locked trunk, I guess. Find me some gems. Well, one gem. That's acceptable, I guess. Secret garden, library. I don't think we need to do anything else in the library. That's the foundation, so further to the north here. Rotate you to the right. How many? I have 2 red rooms, that is not worth it. Have the morning room, looking to... Can I not rotate you? Apparently not. Oh, because you have the windows over there. Right, brick room it is then. Since the brick room doesn't have windows, we do not care about the outer world. That's a 10. That's a 19. Then we have 13 minus 1 is 12. Turned around is 21. Divided by 7 is 3. And we get a key card. Alright. Not really relevant at this point. Trophy room, pump room, locker room. I can't afford the trophy room. Rotating does nothing. Get me... Yeah, get me that pump room. And we can just drain 4 into the reservoir. So what would I like to lower? Probably the fountain first, which the fountain goes through pump 2. Then where's the coin? There it is. Reservoir also goes through pump 2, I'm pretty sure. And I think I can just drain the fountain completely here. Just to have an access again. Okay, drain the fountain completely. In the meantime, I'll just continue on to the archives. Not the best spot to have, but at this point, I don't really have that many more rooms to go through. Dark room. You are still sealed. Drawing room, sure. Grab that free gem. This is also still sealed. Now question, do I need to do anything in the rank? I don't think so. In which case, like, I don't think I need to go to rank 10. There's not really anything for me there. So I'm just gonna call it in the break room. I need to find the other sigils. As well as laboratory freezer furnace in like a row. Also turn on my fan. Doesn't look as if my package is gonna be delivered today. Which is basically just a present for my dad. So that's actually kind of good that my mother will be here tomorrow, or there tomorrow, to take it instead of my dad, because I'm not sure if he will open it. Okay, trading post hovel. You know what? Fuck it, hovel. Also, moon pendant. What did I keep? A broken lever and a coupon book. I'm still wondering. They said that one of the outer rooms had a sill behind it, like a moonshining thing. And I wonder which of them it was. Right, so this is a bedroom. If I find an experiment, I will take the bedroom experiment, the every bedroom after the second, to get some of those experiments out. I will also continue taking the remover crate from the tunnel. Because while that thing isn't called the tunnel, I am honestly pretty sure that it is the tunnel. Right, I don't have a sledgehammer. Go here for... I'll take the nursery first. Because that does give me a good amount of steps, especially if I find the other bedrooms as well. Then have a workshop. Grab me a sledgehammer. No, it's a battery pack. The coupon book is actually not bad having, I don't think. I will take a security room. That does allow me to set up an experiment. View state inventory, I've missed one trunk, that is correct. Keycard system, I do have a keycard, so set it to high. Change offline mode, doesn't matter. I forgot the experiment again. Key, log into network. Swan song. Staff services, staff announcement, anything new? I wanted to click next. I think the announcement board here is slightly more convenient as it's a way for the entire staff to contribute without us doubling down on information or bombarding the sign with dozens of holiday well wishes. Request schedule change. Like, can I not? I can't just change the schedule. I'm allowed to do that. I'm the Baron. Why can I not just change the schedule? Laboratory. Yes, set up an experiment. Experiment set up. What do we have? Which bedroom you left after your second? Perfect. Load a water reservoir by 1 level. I don't think we need to do that still. Actually, cancel. Packet management. Create custom package. Immediately, each time you have draft or shop room. Bypass or unlock. Bedroom you draft. Next time you open. Draft an hallway. Each time find some trash while digging. That's 4, 5, 6. Like, this is basically kind of always guaranteed to be 5 if you make it up there. The drawing room for a pump with a fireplace. Each time access different terminal. Did you have an upgraded floor plan? Different anti-chamber level. Next time, yeah. Eat finalize. Then we will have add a small chest, gain 1 star. Like, I'm definitely setting everything that is permanent. Permanently add 1 allowance. Stocky pantry feud. Remove a crate from the tunnel. Permanently increase your lockpicking steps. Lose half your steps, then gain 4 ivory dice. Gonna bring this along. Set your dice to 2. That's actually, I think, better than this one. Add 3 aquariums to today's draft pool. And then experiment setup. Right, so we cannot reset this. I'm gonna take the gain 1 star. No. 30. I'm gonna lose steps though. I'm gonna lower the water. We still do need to lower it a little bit. Alright, exit. Where do I go? To the right. Get me a bedroom. No, laboratory. I don't need that. I am gonna take the funeral parlor. And not use it. And then we take the den, I think. For a gym, no trunk. So I can ignore this room from now on. Utility closets, Perpetuo, break room. I don't like most of these. I'll grab a gem though. Can I just go to the right, please? Holy shit. Workshop, get me a sledgehammer. Gets me a sledgehammer. Lovely. Enter keycard. Go to the right. Kinda fucking sucks, holy shit. What is for food today? I'll take a club sandwich, I think. Actually, I'm gonna wait for now. If I find a salt shaker. I don't have a key. I have a sledgehammer, which should be basically as good. I guess I'll take it for now. Right. Oh, I have a sledgehammer. Just some money. Go to the top. I will definitely go and have a commissary. Grab me a shovel and a metal detector. And a salt shaker and a sleeping mask. And everything is cheaper because of the coupon book. Lovely. I'll take a courtyard. No, I'll take the courtyard. The bedroom I'll take later on. Get me some turnips. As if summoned. Alright. Go... Okay, conference room. I kinda like the conference room mainly already because it is in 3 directions. That is apparently more rare than I thought it would be. Oh, chew. Alright, what do we have? I definitely want the cloister to be just standard. Not commonplace because 3 is a bit much. I need the vault to be commonplace. And then I can make rare. I need the vault to be commonplace because I need to find the vault keys and add them. Right, I'm gonna use the utility closet here. Turn off the gymnasium, turn on the garage. Go further north. Have a bedroom. That does give me a few steps. The reservoir has been lowered. Can I dig here anywhere? Or do I go... No, I'm not gonna go there yet. I'll take the Western Hall, I think. Alright, the gems are kinda useless, aren't they? Take a coin. The break room. Oh, the boudoir would also have given me steps. I just looked at gem it gives me. That's a 10. Then that is... I think that means it counts doubled, so we have 2 times 4 for 8. Yep. 10 times 1, but 2 because it's twice. So 20. Yeah. Get me 2 keys. So now I could go back to the kitchen and grab some food there. Because we need a key to continue there. Or I'll take a boudoir for some extra steps. Like that's 13 steps from just from entering. And lowering the reservoir. I'll have a no, I'll have a dining room here. We are at rank 5, so this is just 11 more steps, 12 more, 11 more steps. The food is not yet served, which, was it salmon? I think it was salmon. Alright, so this is a bit unfortunate. I had hoped I could go to the right just to fill it out a little bit more. Geist bedroom it is. That's 13 steps and 6 dice. No, 2 dice, I don't have a tomb. But 2 dice is good enough. Alright, to the kitchen. And I can enter through the foundation, right. I'm probably just gonna buy out the kitchen. However, before I do so, I wanna check if I get myself a jackhammer. Can I dig... Yeah, battery pack. If I get myself a jackhammer, can I dig next to the statue in the bedroom? Still no clue how that's supposed to fucking work as a jackhammer, but sure. Alright, to the bedroom I go. It definitely does be pointing down. Maybe I need a power hammer to smash in this wardrobe. Why is this hand here? Absolutely hate it. Okay. Right then, to the kitchen. Grab me some food and go further on to the right. I only have one key, which is a bit... not great. Banana. And another one. And another one. And another one. And another one. And then a club sandwich. How many green rooms do I have? 1, 2, 3. So that's 15. That's honestly kind of just like good enough. Alright, to the left. Actually, take the whole way. Go to the right. Fucking hell. The kennel. Doesn't really help me. I'll take a veranda. Ooh, every dice. And a gem. And... a rock. Now with the jackhammer you can technically find... yeah, take it. You can technically find keys when digging. I think they're still kinda rare though. Can I dig in here with the jackhammer somewhere? No. I need me some vault keys, which I assume are most likely in various bedrooms. Now, I cannot get through this door, even with my sledgehammer. And I don't have anything else I can combine, I don't think. Right. In which case, I'm just gonna go visit the foundation. Also, can you hear my fan? I was actually wondering about that already. Alright. No digging in the hallway. I can now technically go back down via the fountain, but not really necessary. We can just go ahead and look how the reservoir looks. I do have enough steps for that, I'm pretty sure. It is not yet on the perfect position. I don't think I want to drain the greenhouse or the kitchen. So, I have everything drained that I want to have. No, I could drain the aquarium. Not sure if I want to, because that kind of just kills the fishies. I don't know, maybe they go to the reservoir. Do we just pump the fish with the water? Three ivory dice, so I have dice just to gamble with. It's more dice than I've ever had before. And, oh, 2 gems, which doesn't really help me. That is blocked off. There's a keycard door. Do I have a boiler room? I'll have a boiler room. No, don't go through there. Have I set the laboratory up anyway yet? No. Right. In that case, activate boiler. Go to the left first. Risk the structural integrity for another gambling dice. And some gems. That one's locked. In that case, I'm just gonna go to the right. That one's also locked. God fucking damn it. Get me something that gets me keys, please. Get me a locksmith. I think I can switch gems for keys. Which I hope I'm right with that. The gems for money, gems for keys. Wonderful. So this means I should never run out of keys again. Okay, I'll still prefer going to the left first. And now I need to roll a laboratory, a freezer, and then a furnace somewhere. No. 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 Also no. Fucking hell. What the fuck? No. Well, the game fucking hates me, I guess. No laboratory for me. Alright, go to the other direction. That also wasted all of my dice. Actually, neither of the 3 rooms I was looking for. So much for them more likely to be drawn after you, if you're in the boiler room. They're commonplace, for God's sake. Anyway, there should be, yeah, some dirt in here to dig me up some gems. And some more dice. Right. Let's see if we can find a laboratory now. Preferably one looking to the right. I'll take a passageway. That does give me more chances. Sure, use a key. Garage, library, furnace. Sure, get the furnace in. Get me a key, and also dig for a pair of old keys. Laboratory, if only you would look to the left. In which case I'll take a dark room first. Do I go to my utility closet? Yes, I want to turn that on. And via the foundation it shouldn't be too far. That also means I can just check in with the dining room. I don't have an aquarium for the glazed salmon, but there's actually one funny experiment you can do, which is just whenever you draft an aquarium, you add 3 more aquariums to the drafting pool. And if you have it set up correctly, you can just get only aquariums, which is kind of funny. At least to me. You need a gem for every single one of them, but if you have a watering can, that is kind of just a given. They also mostly contain, like, the flowers. So it is very much possible to get the aquariums completely filled out. I don't know, I actually don't know about completely because they can't be in the corners. No, utility closet first. Turn on the dark room. Then go to the dining room. That should definitely be more steps than I'm losing through here, going through him. Like, that's 21 steps. That should absolutely be worth it. It is worth it, yeah. Can already tell that I'm gonna have more steps back when I'm arriving than I started with. The sleep mask is also kinda neat when it comes to that. This is 1, 2, get 5 back. 1, 2, so that's 1 more step saved. Ha! Alright, back to the foundation. I have the hovel, which is also a bedroom, so this is 1, 2, I gotta be honest, that 1 step I don't think is worth just a time investment. I wish there was a faster movement option. Can I get like a scooter or something? Or a skateboard? Or just a bike for the grounds? Right, where do I go? Up left, right, up left. Boiler room. To the left through the dark room. And then we'll see if we can get a laboratory there, or better yet, a freezer. That's a garage. Attic, chapel. Throne room, laboratory, okay, bunk room it is. So no freezer next to the laboratory and the furnace, unfortunately. I'm surprised I still have so many steps. Sure, wait room, why not? I guess. They should actually contain the southern lever, doesn't it? Yeah. So I could just go through that. Use a key. Laboratory. Yes. Maybe I'm lucky and get a freezer here. I kinda doubt it. Aquarium. A compass, a gem, and some dirt. with some gems. Use a key. No freezer, unfortunately. Well, mate's chamber then. Which is a bedroom. Doesn't, however, contain anything of relevance, I don't think. Right, so if I see this correctly, this is Hartley. That's a Burbage, I believe. Then I believe this is probably Moore, because of the, like, white thing. Either it's Moore or it's a chauffeur, which is, I believe, Daniel. Then we have two maids, one of which is probably Bridget. And then the other three I don't know. Like, Kimberly Thompson doesn't appear to be on that picture. Right, that's the day we all dreaded. Cannot destroy that wall. Probably for good reason. She at least... It's kind of weird that she has better accommodations than Hartley. Who, if I recall correctly, served the family for decades. Probably longer than Bridget is alive. Can I connect to the shelter? I think I logged in with the remote terminal access earlier. Yeah. It's offline. Okay, log out. I don't think I care about going into the antechamber. Right, no freezer, unfortunately. Right, call it a... No, not yet. I can get to... I can get to the break room. I don't know how far away the freezer can be from the laboratory and the furnace. It was probably the cook. One of them was probably the cook, no? Right, to the break room, so I have a key card for tomorrow. Yeah, the break room was probably the single best investment I've done here. Right, call it a day. Lose my jackhammer, unfortunately. Okay, at this point I don't think I'll get the message for item delivery. Garden Shopping Center. Save and continue. Alright, let's see what we find. Still looking for sigils. Tomb Trading Post tool shed. Sure, get me a trading post. Anything I can grab yet? I can trade a keycode for a metal detector. Not sure that's worth it. I would like to bring this dynamite. Why can't I? A little too dangerous to pick up. Who am I actually trading with? Like, why can't I just pick up the stuff? Oh well. Okay, so try that again. And this time I'm actually gonna have to, look for gems as well, which is always a bit of a bummer. I'll take a brick room just immediately. That is, again, 8. That is 2 plus 6 is 8, plus 6 is 14. That's 12 plus 1 is 13, times 1 is 13, times not. So it's 13. 2 keys, as always. Like, if I have the choice, I'll always take the 2 keys over, like, a... Ooh, a coin purse. So we could maybe make good money here. I'd take the 2 keys over a silver key. I'll take a den. And an East Wing Hall. Just set up a little bit. Until I need my first key. Definitely a dining room back here. That is basically just a through line on the East Wing. I can just go to at least rank 6. Honestly, take a ballroom. Just to set my gems to 2. This is, I believe, yeah, Clarence Simon, Eclipse Ball, 1952. In Eclipse is the Northern Eclipse, I believe. I think I use a key here. Not the passageway, the vestibule. Sure, take the vestibule. Enter. Leave. Get me the gems back. Then I can... So one problem is it will always set it to 2, so I can never buy the vault behind it. I can get me a commissary. Get me the 2 gems back. Sleeping mask, sledgehammer, running shoes, magnifying glass. Sure, get everything. What do we have here? Unlock. That might have been a mistake. I'll take a storeroom. And now I cannot get through the ballroom until I have spent at least 3 gems. Alright, you adjust to the foundation. In that case, use me a key here. Use me... Not the office, the courtyard, sure. Shovel? No shovel. But we get a lockbox, which no, some more keys. Now, the courtyard is always unlocked, so wasn't that necessary here. Sure, get me a library. With actual windows this time. I don't really have any bedrooms yet. So I'll take a mailroom. Would have preferred actually being able to get further south, but can't. But that does give me some... Ooh, a metal detector. That does give me some leeway into going somewhere else. Now, however, we are gonna lose a gem. I'm not sure I like the vestibule. I'm also not quite sure I like the, what's it called? The ballroom. Actually, I think I don't. Set me up an experiment setup. Continue with the experiment immediately. Each time you find some trash while digging. I do want to remove crates from tunnel, and I'm thinking I'm gonna take the bedrooms, or each time you find some trash while digging. I don't have a shovel yet, is the problem. Right, so bedrooms it is. Also, staff announcements. Staff services, staff announcements. Alright, nothing new. Email. Also nothing new. Okay. Security. I do have keycard, so I'm gonna set it to high. Don't need to turn it off. Okay. Where did I go? Boiler room. I can't afford. Well, fuck. Pantry then. Use a key. Kitchen. You know what? Fuck it. Furnace. Why not? I can't dig. Okay, now we pray for... Now we pray. Now we pray for a freezer. That is not a freezer. And I can only afford the weight room. This one ain't too hot. That one's locked. There's there not a coin? Oh, there's a broken lever. Right, what do we have in here? I can only afford the dark room or the archives. Archives it is. This one's not too hot, and I think I'm just gonna send it. Try and find a freezer. Or a lavatory. Freezer in this direction. I can't afford the kitchen, so mate's chamber it is. That is a bedroom. It is also, I believe, my first bedroom. And that one's locked. Okay. Do I even care about getting back there? Not really. Locked. Locked. I think I'm just gonna try and get to the break room. Alright, food. I can eat myself some steak. It is very nice of them to actually make me food every single day, even though I mostly don't eat it. I could have just all the time come back to the ballroom. Why am I an idiot? Sure, get me that one. Observatory. That's the Borealis and a diamond. Not Borealis, Florealis. Which gives you additional flowers in green rooms. Sure, have a bedroom. A crate has been removed from the tunnel. Lost and found, gymnasium. Sure, get me lost and found. I lost my magnifying glass. I get a hall pass. There's a little plane. This is the fountain. This is the mountain we can look at. I think that's probably Mary. Investor needed. I still have no clue what that's supposed to be. There's a vault keep. Do I have a vault somewhere? No, of course I don't. Kitchen, dark room, or an archive floor plan. I'll take a kitchen. Club sandwich, and a banana, and a banana, and a banana. Right, if I get to 3 gems, I'd love to get me a... workshop. Battery pack, right. Power hammer. I should also continue, go back to trying to sleep in the different, call it a day in the different bedrooms. Get me the West Wing Hall to go south. A greenhouse, yes. That does have a chance of getting you a bunch of gems. Unfortunately, here it kind of doesn't. So what I'm gonna do is go back to the ballroom. I should make sure to try and crush this before I lose my power hammer. I cannot crush it. I'm just gonna call it a day in this bedroom today. Can I crush this hand? No. Where am I going? Yeah, this way. The food is eaten. Grant me the 2 gems. The fact that it sets it to 2 and not gives you 2... Like, if it gave you 2, you'd have infinite gems. So, I can't understand why they didn't. Lost your shovel. I think... Yeah, no, the sledgehammer is still not the last item. Alright, get me that gem. Should have maybe dug earlier. Oh well. Vault. No vault. Gymnasium. Lose 2 steps, that's fine. Please have a door to the right. It does. Okay, guys, bedroom. Another crate has been removed. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 red rooms. So this is definitely worth the risk. If the puzzle isn't too hard. What do we have? The letter B appears twice in the box that contains the gems. All statements that contain more than 1 B are true. The blue box contains the gems. Right, so this has to be false. If this is true, this doesn't necessarily need to be true, because the letter B only appears once, namely in box. But if you are true and you are true, you are also true. That can't be the case. One has to always be wrong. So the letter B appears twice on the box that contains the gems. Now you are true for one specific reason. If you weren't, the box would be in either, because you're the only one. So you are false, you're false, the blue box is true. Amazing. Okay, do not go through the ballroom. I think my best shot is to go through the foundation. That was stupid, that was a wasted step. Didn't actually intend for this to take this long. Like today. Please don't lose me my sledgehammer. So I'm just gonna eat the bacon and eggs. Metal detector, well, I can live with that. Alright, while I'm going through the foundation, I can also just have a wee little look at the... I would love a freezer now. Can have a quick look at the tunnel. If that is actually, again, the tunnel we're talking about. It still appears unchanged. No. There were some boxes up here. I'm pretty sure. So this, I'm pretty sure, is the tunnel. There's just so many boxes. I don't think we need to remove all the boxes, only enough that we can get through. Wait. I do have my keycard. Okay, I thought I lost it in Lost and Found. Alright. In that case, we can just go ahead. I'm really wanting to know what is in the freezer. Like, I know there is a letter in the freezer. And I want to know what's on it. Otherwise, I don't actually know too much. Right, I do have keys now, 2 to be precise. Which means we don't have too much shots. Sure, get me. Actually, no, redraw. That should be the vault, I think. Nope, it's the rotunda, because fuck me, I guess. I'm still surprised there's nothing on the backside of the rotunda. The vault is one of the few that actually costs 3 gems, I'm pretty sure. Right. Gonna go up here first. Fuck. Sure, have a cloister. We can rotate, meaning that this one is something that... It's the dovecote, that's the dovecote. I'm gonna take the cloister. Just gives me back 2 of my gems. And then I hope that this door isn't locked. It is locked, of course it is. This one isn't. Alright, get me an attic. That should hopefully contain some keys. Contains a lockbox. 2, 3. That's the lockbox is probably number 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. Okay, the attic kind of always is worth it if you have the gems to pay for it. Didn't I make the vault commonplace? I'm just gonna redraw. Like the chapel is basically also a redraw. I don't need the money. I just want to use my vault key. That's basically also a redraw. Just continue going through. Well, unless I don't have any keys anymore. That was stupid of me. Alright, back to the bedroom. What is the quickest way? I don't need to worry about steps, so... just go through the laboratory. Also lose 7 gems, because why not? Did I take a wrong turn? I need to go through the aquarium. Okay, call it a day then again. In the bedroom this time. Let's see if we get anything from it. $118, it takes so long. Alright, we have a package. Let's see, we have our normal amount of steps, we have a normal amount of gems, sleeping mask, silver key, and 2 keys. Well, I'll take that. Allowance. I do not have a key card this day. But the sleeping mask lends itself to going for a hovel. Root cellar tomb or schoolhouse. Root cellar then. Hope to find a shovel. Just go straight ahead. Alright, found a shovel. Dig immediately. Now what I'd like to find, and I'm also just gonna go to the root cellar immediately and dig up everything there, is a kennel. Because that kind of eliminates the need for keys together with the root cellar. Dig. A shoe. A brick. A rock. Can we get some pebbles and some dirt? No, but a turnip. And a coin. Right. Spices, barrels. If I get an experiment, I'm gonna try and get a terminal ASAP and set up an experiment, if possible, with whenever you dig up dirt. Because that is not that implausible to dig up dirt here. No dirt. Oh, not dirt, trash. Kennel? Nope, but the vault, which I can't afford yet. Lovely. Dining room. Get me the reading nook. That should get me a library. Which should in turn kind of may be able to get me a bookstore if it looked in the correct direction. But what did I expect? Right, get me a locked trunk. That at least is dice and some money. Lavatory, dark room. Take it to dark room. Hello! It's going... I'll take this one. Alright, laboratory. I found that I probably need to set the laboratory, like the freezer next to the laboratory and furnace, and I'm trying to do that, but it's not going great. Remove a crate from the tunnel. Whenever you draft shop room. Perfect. Let's try do that. I'd love a showroom at this point. Still can't afford the archives. Redraw, get me a freezer. No. I'll take a storeroom. Also, good evening. Oh, well, good afternoon, rather. I'm still looking for the safes, and I'm kind of embarrassed that I haven't found any more yet. A nail. Unfortunately, I didn't get the whenever you dig up dirt, trash while digging. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the entrance hall and check to the right, towards the east wing. The problem is I want to get into the personal freezer. Alright, so I think I'm gonna take the breaker box here. And I had it directly next to the furnace. And the stuff in the freezer didn't, you know, get thawed out. Which is why I thought you have to have it next to the laboratory as well. Alright, go to the left. A den. Unfortunately now I don't have a vault key. Do I take the freezer here? Sure. Just to show, because I want to get in here. And just being next to the furnace, like literally next to it, does not unfreeze this. Which is my biggest problem. Some tool to get in. Ah, yes, I now don't have gems. I would like to go to the left, which I cannot. So, yeah, bedroom closet. Oh, was it the burning glass? Why didn't I ever think of that? But yeah, the burning glass could kind of do that, I think. Maybe. It's kind of what a burning glass does. Break room for a keycard tomorrow. This was the best investment I've made. 3. 9, minus 7, so 20. That's 13 plus 1 is 14, minus 1 is 13, times 1 divided by 1 is all 13. Wait, what? 1 and 2 is 3. Where's the 3? There's the 3. 9 minus 7 is 2, times 10 is 20. 13 plus 1. Oh, that's a 4, not a 13. I'm an idiot. So that's 5, 4, 4, 4. I'm probably gonna say it's most definitely the best upgrade room. Okay, I need a way to the right, please. Library is fine. The funeral parlor, on the other hand, was kind of a mistake. Take the gift shop. Crate has been removed from the tunnel. And no furnace. That's unfortunate. I didn't know I didn't know a trunk could spawn in here. Unfortunately, we are kind of frozen. This still makes me feel like there's a safe in this room. Yeah. Like, I got today, I managed to get it right and get 9 gems. Because I had 9 red rooms, so that was great, and then I couldn't really do anything because I had 9 red rooms. I don't think I want to use a silver key here yet. West Wing Hall. It's a great risk-reward thing, but with the harder and harder puzzles, it's becoming more and more, well, not that risky. And not that rewardy and just more risky. Patio. I can't afford right guy's bedroom then. I think I'm just gonna go to the bedroom and call it a day, the break room and call it a day here, because without gems I'm not gonna do all that much. I'm still looking for vault keys, I'm still looking for the safes, I'm still looking for the sigils. I haven't really gotten any further. With this, I tried jackhammering it and got nothing. So I don't know how to do here anything. Like, I think I tried every single tool I can imagine. I tried a power hammer, I tried the jackhammer. I didn't try the burning glass. Okay, call it. There's not gonna happen anything today. So I'd rather just start with 6 gems. And then I need to get a burning glass again. Yeah, why didn't I think of the burning glass? Otherwise, I've mostly just... You just need to dig the... But okay, well, and I probably haven't clicked on the right pixel, which... Yeah, is a bit of a bummer. Pixel hunting is never that great in games. Can you tell me, is there something in the laundry room? And in that one hallway, because I basically got the idea I need to dig there because of the aquarium, which shows the archives, the bedroom, the laundry room, the patio, and the one of the hallways. Yep, I thought so. I was pretty sure about it as well. Right, let's see if we can notice a difference in the tunnel. Also, 141 coins, not bad. Can we note a difference? Yep. Okay, so it's definitely this tunnel. It's just gonna take a while and some more experiments. How have I never noticed this bench? Bird. How sad it must be to be a bird and not an owl. I don't actually notice an X in the laundry room and the aquarium. I noticed it for the archives and for the patio. Hallway, no. Workshop first. Get some tool. Well, that's a battery, not necessarily a tool. Laboratory, set up an experiment. You are free to experiment. Like, each time you find some trash worth digging, each time you eat an apple. Like, I'm gonna remove a crate, which is the next 10 times you view your map. I think, no. Each time you find some trash while digging. I don't have a shovel yet. I think each time you ate an apple. Start. And then I hope I find some apples. Right. Vault. And now, of course, when I find the vault, I don't really... Well, maybe I can just buy out the showroom. 180 gold should be kind of sufficient to buy out the showroom. And a coupon book to make it even easier. Where is actually 370? That's over here. Yeah, if only I found the vault when I actually had a key. The vault keys are the most annoying shit right now because they're so random, whether you get them or not. Trophy room I can't afford, dining room I can. Guy's bedroom, I'll take some dice. But I kind of assume that there's something important in there if it shows up in the aquarium. I'll take it then and go to the left. Ooh, a trunk. I don't have a sledgehammer, do I? No. What do we have? West Wing hallway. Should have maybe taken the funeral parlor. Drawing room, break room, storeroom. Sure, take the drawing room. So I'd have to drain the aquarium again to see into the laundry room. Take a workshop. Please get me a shovel or a sledgehammer. Nope, it's a coin purse. Because I'm gonna need that much more money today. I also don't have keys. Can I combine you with anything? No. Not surprised. Alright, to the east wing I go then. I'm missing a single shop room, which I have no clue where that is. You sometimes contain a shovel. You do not. That is, once again, a bummer. Storeroom. At least to my understanding, like my room directory is pretty much filled out. Except for room 46 and this single shop. Everything else at least doesn't tell me if I'm still missing some. I'll take a hallway. I still need a shovel first. So I should try and get a commissary, I think. Sure, take me a terrace. I think found F. What? What does found F mean? Redraw, get me. I could have taken. Well, that's stupid. Okay. I have 7 gems. Found 4 pounds of also 8 rooms. Right, then I haven't found those yet. Bedroom. Unfortunately, again, currently not a shovel yet. I'll take a spare patio for more gems. Could use a kitchen to refill my watering can. Take me the boiler room just for 3 exits. Don't think I'll turn it on right now. Break room or the dark room. Do I have a breaker box? I don't. No, give me the secret passage. No, I did not do the chess puzzle yet. Because I don't really have a clue on how to do it. Neither in-game nor personally. Commissary? No, laundry room. I'm gonna get that in. Just so I have it, in case I find myself a shovel. Right, gold sink. Of course, I do not get the commissary. How much money do I need? 80, 140, 190, 210. Like, I'll take an emerald bracelet and a master key, no question. And then I can just take a rotunda. Like, where do I find the clues for the chess puzzle? Don't tell me how to solve it, just where do I find the clues for it? Sledgehammer, but no shovel. Is it the chess figures in the various rooms? Because I noted that every room contains chess figures. And some of them are white. But not all of them are white. I don't need a garage. Like, this one I don't think contains a chess figure. Yeah, I thought so. I just wasn't sure how to exactly combine that. Having the emerald bracelet and the master key is kind of amazing. You can just go everywhere. Sure, get me a security room. I do have a key card. Keycard, return to security, no, keycard system settings, set security level high. So I assume if the room is in the correct position, it will show a white figure. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms. Give me a shovel. No shovel. Probably there's a coin. Really doesn't want to give me a shovel today, huh? Yeah, I can understand why, because that is kind of just amazing. Not having to worry about steps or keys and not even gonna do the puzzle because of that. Like, having the emerald bracelet and the master key is kind of amazing. I would like to go to the right place. Well, I'll take an aquarium. Since it is a green room, I'd hope for a shovel. Conference room. To go further, take me to the observatory. Have a look-see. That's a key, that's a slice, apple, and twins. A pair of chests. I haven't found any apples yet, have I? Yeah, I haven't found any apples yet. The Great Hall. Because everything is unlocked anyway. Some coins. That's going further, so the lever is... Nope, that's not a shovel. Yeah, lever. Alright, go, I think south first. Vestibule, sure. All of the rows should be unlocked anyway. Sure, take me a kitchen. The best room. Honestly, just the break room. The break room is great. I do like the combination of root cellar and kennel, but if you have a master key, it kind of just not necessary. Take me the dark room? No. But servants' quarters, like, what do I need to case? The worst room, in my opinion, kind of the lavatory, because it just does absolutely fuck all. Like, the other red rooms at least, like, do shit. Lavatory is just boring. I can go to the right for the foundation, or a cloister. I do like the cloister. Sure, get me... Well, no, I don't need a trophy room. Get me the classroom, because that kind of always... The weight room, lose half your steps, yeah, that kind of blows, but again, at least it does something. Instead of just, you know, being there, being a dead end. You can continue going other places. From... I love the cloister. Especially if you get the other green room stuff. What do we have here? A broken lever. I still haven't found a shovel. Incredible. Like, this is a black rook. So I'm pretty sure the rook does not go there. Mage chambers... no. Rare. Planetarium, I don't really care for. Observatory can be commonplace. That's fine. Actually, I'm gonna keep it at standard. The planetarium I'm gonna make a rare. I really do not care for it. There's a coin. Alright, come on, give me a shovel. Or a code check, because I kinda really want to keep that master key. Check out the chronograph. And then I'm gonna put in the master key later. I do kind of like the attic, not gonna lie. Because it just contains a shitload of items. And it's kind of always useful. Sure, if you already have all the items, it's not that useful because it's mostly just gonna be keys. But keys and gems, but it kind of always pays for itself. But still, no shovel. Incredible. Right, to the cloister, and then straight away. I think the cloister is also one of my most drafted whenever I can afford it. No, not the secret garden key, the master key. Clock tower, weight room. I do want to go to the left, but I kinda don't want to go to through the weight room. So, walk-in closet. Gem, 2 dice, gems, and some money. Still no shovel. And I think I have enough keys that I can just check in my master key now. The throne room is kinda just there. Check. Master key. Perfect. Yeah, no, I assume I have to dig in the laundry room and the bedroom to find the other 2 rooms I'm still looking for. Unfortunately, I don't think I have unlocked the southern door. No, I have not. Where do I do that? The weight room, which I kinda don't want to do. So, yeah, I'll have to go back through this way. Yeah, this is the patio I dug up. The hallway, which I think that's just the normal hallway, not one of the 2 special hallways. Like, it's not the east wing and not the west wing hallway. And I don't think it's the one with the lockbox. I think it's just the normal corridor. How do I go here to... Wait, where did I want to go? To the boiler room. See if I can find a shovel somehow. And also buy the moon pendant. The moon pendant is one of my favorite items. If you could control which item you keep, it would be absolutely busted. Sure, give me the greenhouse that could contain maybe a shovel. Of course. Oh, it does. Perfect. Right. Another key. Another key. I do have a broken lever for the south door. So I can go there as well if I have enough steps. Do I go to the dining room? I don't think I do. Yeah, I trusted the veranda. Like, is it here somewhere? Like, do I need to completely pixel hunt? Is it just next to the statue? Or is it under the carpet? Next to the statue. Hate pixel hunting like that. There was one in the outskirts, like in the outside. Could very well be you need a jackhammer, but I tried that as well. Yeah, stupid pixel hunt that. Huh. You looked at... Yeah, I found it by accident. You can't dig now? What? Why? That's kind of stupid if that's the case. What exactly do I need to do first? You need a map to dig there. Okay. Do I also need a map to dig in? That's actually kind of stupid. So you need to find a treasure map and then get lucky and have a... And also get the bedroom on the spot where the treasure map is. The same for the laundry room? No, you can dig here. File cabinet key. So now I need the archives, which I don't have. So no, for laundry room it worked. So file cabinet key, which is probably in the archives, which again I don't have. So I assume I need to get lucky there again. Right. In that case, I'm just gonna go to my break room. Am I following the right path? Where's my break room? Over there, yeah, okay. Need to rotate twice. If that is actually set up that way, then I'm not gonna be that mad about it. I just need to have the bedroom ready, I guess. Alright, to the break room. And call it a day. Okay. What do we have? Outer room first. Which item did I keep? The secret garden key and the lockpick kit. Okay. Not the greatest, but I take it. I mean, it leads to something, I guess. And if it leads to something, I want it. I'll take the shelter. Grab the free gem. And just immediately set up an experiment. Also, staff services, staff announcement. Simon, now that you have satellite connection, you should be able to connect to sync and download some new experimental data packets for the lab. I've been working on a lot of interesting and innovative experiments here, and it would be great if you could try them out for us and provide us with some valuable data. I already downloaded it. Return to network menu unless you have new data. No. Then remote terminal access to the laboratory. It is great if you get the red rooms, but I set all of the red rooms to rare. For each place in the room with a fire draft, permanently increase your lockpicking skills, sure. So I never need a key again. Because if I can just lockpick everything, I also don't need the master key, and can instead put the emerald bracelet in there. I once had the garage out there. If you have the shrine, there's a blessing you can get where the last room you rested in is one of the options for your first draft, and I took the garage. So it is not this corridor because it has like bench, chair, vase, a vase. Take a bedroom just so we have it. And some coins. And now I'll hope for a treasure map. I'll take a drawing room, which also has a fireplace even if it's off. East Wing Hall, sure. Pretty sure it's also not this hallway. Lockpick away. Boiler room. I don't think I need to activate it though. I'll take a conference room. Ooh, Nana. Just some free food. Right. I don't think it matters all that much, actually. Because even after boosting lockpicking, like, I believe at this point 4 or 5 times, there are still doors that are not... that you do not get through. Especially some of the later doors. Broken lever, not really useful. Do I take a trophy room? Yeah, just up my gems a little bit, and completely forgot it has a fireplace. Does it actually show the fireplace? Yeah. At this point, I'm actually kind of embarrassed how long it took me here. Alright, get me a coin purse and a lucky rabbit's paw. Right, I need to watch for the chess figures. But you are black. Can I think I'm just gonna go to the workshop and attach the lucky rabbit's paw to my coin purse. Not entirely sure why we needed power tools for that, but I'll take it. Right. Over here, let's see. Laboratory I don't really need. The kennel, attack another workshop. See if we find some good item. Nope, just a battery pack. Library hallway with a locked trunk. I don't think I have a sledgehammer yet. But honestly, just use the key. Treasure map does not point towards the bedroom. I assume, however, that the treasure maps kind of only go for higher ranks. I will take a vault, double all the gold I find. Wonderful. Chapel, funeral parlor. Sure, I have some money. I can just donate something. Oh wait, I'm sheltered. I completely forgot. Take me a foyer. The foyer is probably one of my favorite rooms simply because fuck locked doors. Green rooms do not cost to draft, but I want more access right now. First off, I don't have a shovel, do I? No. Storeroom. Right. The garage for some keys, and the others are also dead ends, so it doesn't matter. Don't have the car keys. There's no shovel around here, right? Yeah, no. Right, through the chapel. I'm gonna go back to the entrance hall. And then go to the west wing. And I should maybe check to get a kitchen. Can go through here. I'll take a commissary. So here we have sledgehammers, sleeping masks, running shoes, and a magnifying glass. Magnifying glass, I kind of want to see if I can get me... Do I have a metal detector? No. That does give me 5 extra steps, though. Secret passage does nothing. Pantry. Just food and apple. What is my experiment? For each room with a fireplace. Permanently increase lockpicking. Right. I'll take a security. And then I can take 2 dead-end rooms. I still need to draft me a break room. Right. Keycard, estate inventory. I've missed a fruit somewhere. Probably in the security room. Yep. And then in the security room, I'll take a conservatory. What do we have? The kennel, the mailroom. The mailroom I don't think is that relevant anymore. The dormitory I really do not like. The kennel standard is fine. So the rook is black. Doesn't go here. I should probably pay more attention to that. You don't do you contain a chess figure? Doesn't appear that way. The den does, however, I'm pretty sure of that. As does the bedroom. So that's a white pawn in the bedroom in 1-1. I do have drawn a map of the area somewhere. Pretty far out. Yeah. I'm just gonna note it down otherwise, though, for chess. White figures. Pawn in 1-1. Actually, it's not 1-1, it's 1-5. It's 1E, to be precise. To the very right. Now the den also has a white pawn in 2E. The commissary doesn't have a pawn. Do you have a chess figure? You also have a white pawn in 3E. Which, there is a pattern. Where do I go? To the conference room or the foundation or through the foyer? Where do I need to go for the treasure map? To here. In which case, I guess the foyer. Classroom, kennel, break room. Take a kennel. You don't have a chess figure. Have a dining room, I guess. I don't have a shovel yet. I completely forgot. Right, get me those 10 steps. Terrace. Orange. No shovels. Right, give me a secret garden key. There's no. Alright, I'm not on the wing. Can't afford a showroom. Take me to the break room. And at this point, I kind of may need the keys. So 4 and minus 8 is minus 4 squared is 16. 4 turned around. No, 4 squared is 16. Turned around is 61. Minus 20 and 10 is 31. Minus 20 and 10 is 1. Then we have -4 plus 15 is 11. 2, the second number is 10. Lockpick key, take the West Wing Hall. I don't think this is the one to dig in, no. Is it the one with the lockbox? Locksmith. I don't think I want to claim the master key here. Also contains... The parlor does get pretty hefty after a while. Right, gift shop. Can't buy anything except the Swimbird plushie, which I do not want to buy. Solarium Nursery Boudoir. Gem 1, Gem 2. Like, as you can see, I have boosted my lockpicking 4 times in this run alone, and it still just sometimes doesn't work. Tomato soup. I have 2 red rooms. Is that worth it? Not really, but I'm not gonna come back here, so... And it is pizza today. Which would require me to get a furnace, and I do not want it. The only puzzle, however, that I currently have looked up is the gallery puzzle, because I hate that kind of word puzzle. Okay, then to the foundation I go. Through here. Unfortunately, haven't found a vault key. Nope. I could go through the conference room. And I'm just gonna use the secret garden key here. Unfortunately, no items. But that should have spread some fruit around. More bomb around to the next room. Right, to the foundation. No lockpicking here. Secret passage it is. How many? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What if I take hallway now? What do be happening? Oh, you can always get aquariums, can't you? Alright, have another key. If you ever want to get the Great Hall, you kind of always want the foyer first. 2 keys. That's a door, that's a door. Wait, did I miss the lever? I missed the lever. No, I pulled the lever. Take a cloister. If only I had a shovel. Oops, I can't afford, so wine cellar it is. Yeah, 5 successful triggers and still can't unlock everything. Master bedroom. Still wonder if there's something in here. I never intended to finish writing it, but you must know that. Nothing else. Foundation, elevator controls. There's a bunch of letters which I can't open. A book I can't open. A lantern, just absolutely oversized swords. That is probably Mary. Yeah, that's the house. That's not this house. Ever grateful. Yes, they made me change the ending, of course, as you predicted. Yeah. Alright, security room number 2. Sure, get me a casino. Some more money. What is in here? A laundry room. Now, I can't afford it, so sure. Wow, metal detector now. Amazing. Unfortunately, I don't have a freezer, so I can't use the burning glass should I actually make one. Right. Just gamble on my money. Of course not. And then I think I'll call it a day because I can't really do anything else. I don't think. So, back to the break room, which I think is actually faster if I just go into the foundation. No, it wouldn't be because the elevator takes forever. There was a surprising lack of shovels in these last few runs. I want to check the hallway, the trunk hallway. Which isn't how I get to that. But this one also doesn't have... Which one has... the chair? It's 2 benches, a chair... none of them really, so it's just one of them. The only one with 2 benches, however, is this hallway. I think I'll just have to find a shovel and look through all of them. Oh well. Right. Brick room. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have a shovel. I can't dig. So, looking here doesn't really help me. Alright, call it a day. Okay. Who writes to me? Right. Because of the character. Okay, so what do I do now? Get a tool shed, I hope, with a shovel and a sledgehammer in it. Keycard is the only item I have, as expected. Right, I think I can also close my emails at this point. Not really anything new. Yeah. Okay. Shrine, hovel, trading post, shrine then. But do not open the box. I'm just gonna toss in like a bunch of coins. doesn't actually show more coins than 30, huh? Right, so I'm gonna cap myself at 30 then. If you call it a day in a year, you will have the opportunity to draft the room for the grounds the following day. Right, so what I'm gonna try is to draft a garage in the outer room. And then open said garage and see what happens with that. Because the garage is the only one I think that actually has the option of opening another door there. Not sure if that's true, I just hope it is. Could very well be wrong. Also, sledgehammer. Get me a kitchen. What do we have today? Glazed salmon, so an aquarium. The tomato soup for red rooms. Actually, eat me the club sandwich and bananas. Den. Honestly, the den is probably one of my favorite rooms. Not my favorite rooms, but it is very close to top. Simply because it's basically a free gem in a room with 3 exits that you want anyway. East Wing Hall. No, we spread gems in each green room. Including this one. And we get a shovel and a battery pack. Not bad. Right. Locked. Use a key. Do I take a foyer here? Not really. Actually, yeah, I'll take a foyer here. All hallways unlocked. So I can't just set up a great hall somewhere. Also dig for a few coins. And dig for a key. Very nice. I thought you needed a jackhammer to get a key from digging. But apparently not. Funeral parlor. And have a nursery. I can't afford that. Well, hallway it is. Could be that I also need a map to dig here. Well, that's the car keys. That's good because I wanted a garage anyway. Have a workshop. For a broken lever. Have a break room. What do we have? 20 and 4 is 24, minus 1 is 23, turned around is 32, divided by 8 is 4. Then we have 8 and 6 is 14, times 2 is 28, turned around is 82, minus 1 is 81, times 1 is 81, turned around is 18. Then we have 2 18s is 36, is 240, divided by 20 is 2. Right. I need to go to the left, or I'll take a storeroom. And then go through the entrance hall. To the west wing. I just need the garage. I don't think I'll actually do anything else today. I'm just gonna try and get the garage up. So I can get it on the next day is an outer room. Dining room, sure. Enjoy your lunch. Conservatory, I'll take. Dig spots and a trunk. Spoiling me. Right, what do we have here? The servants' quarters. The office I'm gonna make unusual. I don't think I need that all that much. Their library can be rare. And the servants' quarters can also be rare. Drawing room. Actually, you know what? Leave the library at standard. Unusual. Servants' quarters rare. I don't really like it. If possible, I'd like to make the coat check commonplace. Courtyard, study, utility closet. No, redraw. West Wing Hall bedroom, the kennel. I'll take the kennel. Always pet the dog. Dig, dig, and dig. Some pebbles. Some coins. And a nail. And a vault key. Well, now I actually have a reason to go look for a vault. First off, garage. What do we have in here then? A lockpick kit, I'll take. And some moonshine. Alright, so now I need 3 gems to get to the vault. Or be able to afford it, rather. Try and make sure I always have at least 3 gems on my person. In case I accidentally draw it. Right, yeah, the dining room is probably never gonna see me again. Get the Geist bedroom for some dice. And then continue... Yeah, this is the only path forward right now. Would love me a Patio here, but I don't think I can actually draft it from this direction. Well, would you look at that? Not actually gonna do anything else. I'm just gonna open... What do I have? 2, 3, 3. Here. That's smaller than the other ones. That's just a bunch of money. An allowance token. And another Fen Ares passport. Compromised. Grey Daniels. Arisian. Date of issue. Female. 5156. But this one's compromised. Right, so I can't really do all that much with the money here. This is kind of always just J Ribbon. This one I guess is the one that went through. Do I have any other exits? No. In that case I'm just gonna call it a day in the garage. Okay. Right. Call it a day. Little rustic villa. Save and continue. Draft the garage as outer room. What other rooms would I want to draft as outer rooms? Maybe some of the green rooms. But I don't even know if that's possible. Now, I'm gonna need a breaker room. Oh, I could draft the breaker room outside to make to have the wall go back, but I don't think that would unlock anything. Right. Get the garage in there. Grab me the keys. And now I'm just gonna bomb rush a breaker box and activate the garage and see if it works. Take a corridor. Bedroom, closet, funeral parlor. Have a den. Love that room. Then have a commerce. No, breaker box. There it is. Alright, activate the garage. And then let's see if we can open that. Not even sure what I expect to be behind that garage door. It kinda looks to be a shrine again. It's a small shrine. Steady is the scepter, deadly is the stone, heavy is the crown, ready is the throne. So that is definitely something. It seems to show the curse box. Just gonna write that down. That they have a weird like spacing. Deadly is the stone. Stone heavy is the crown. And ready is the throne. Do I need to bring the crown into the throne room? I never actually tried that because the throne room is expensive as fuck. Otherwise, what do we have here? Right, I don't think that's actually just a word puzzle, and this, yeah, does seem to depict the curse thing. I like how we have the outer facade, including the ladder. And just a little hole in the ceiling. So we can see in. Right. I'm not sure how exactly that helps me. Where do I actually see scepters? I think the only scepter I've actually seen... well, not sure if it helps me. That's the bigger problem I have currently. The only scepter I've seen is in the hands of Orinda, like the statue, in the cloister, and in the catacombs. Immediately next time, permanent wooden goal. You know what? Right, look me for a break room. That's a storeroom. Can we dig? No. That's just a chair. Break room. And then I'm just gonna immediately call it a day here. Just get me 5 allowance. Not entirely sure again how that helps, but I will stop for now. Thank you for checking in. I hope you have a nice evening. Actually, what day is it today? Is it Monday or Tuesday? It's Tuesday. Well, already forgetting how time works. Yeah. I hope you have a nice evening. I hope you have a good night later on, and I hope you have a nice week. But for now, goodbye.